The father of a high school student who died recently wants some answers tonight. News 4 Tucson investigator Matthew Schwartz reports.
A grieving father says his son's death was preventable. He claims his child's school handled the situation poorly, and he's taking legal action.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
1725 East Bilby Road.
That's Sunnyside High School, and the emergency turned tragic. 17-year-old Isaac Gonzalez was wheelchair-bound since he was an infant. Isaac had a rare genetic disorder called Angelman syndrome. He couldn't walk or talk and was fed through a tube in his stomach. But people with the condition live a nearly normal lifespan. Isaac was in his special needs classroom when, according to the Tucson Fire Department report, he fell unconscious.
I have a student here that's wheelchair bound, and he is pale and has a very low heartbeat, and we need to have him checked. He never does this. He looks very bad.
Isaac was taken to Banner UMC. His father says he was 95% brain dead, and the family had him taken off a ventilator 9 days later. The medical examiner's report says the cause of death was complications of Angelman syndrome, and the manner of death is natural.
My son, he couldn't speak, so I'm his voice.
Basilio Gonzalez is Isaac's father.
Since my son wasn't special to them, and they had no care in the world.
Basilio says a school administrator later told him that Isaac was found on the floor. Basilio believes his son was left alone while his teacher was feeding him, and that Isaac was blue in the face because he choked. The hospital report says Isaac apparently fell on the floor at school. Basilio says Isaac was supposed to always be strapped in his chair and wonders how he could have fallen out. The fire department report says the school nurse told paramedics she gave Isaac 2 rescue breaths, but the 911 transcript that Basilio gave us has no mention of CPR being done.
The 911 call tells us everything.
The Sunnyside School District declined an interview citing privacy laws, but provided a statement that says, in part, the district emphatically denies Mr. Gonzalez's allegations that Isaac was left alone, that he was choking while eating, that he fell out of his wheelchair, or that the district's dedicated staff acted negligently. Isaac's dad says his lawsuit is not about money. He wants cameras in all special needs classrooms. That is not required by the state, but Sunnyside voluntarily has cameras, as the News 4 Tucson investigators reported 3 years ago. The district's spokesperson told me there was not a camera in Isaac's classroom, but again, the district strongly denies any wrongdoing.
The main outcome I want to come out of this is to make sure that the kids have a voice and have something to protect them.
Mr. Gonzalez's lawsuit has not been filed yet. We have put the school district's entire statement on our website, KVOA.com. If you have a story you'd like us to investigate, email us at investigators@KVOA.com or call 955-4444. Investigating for you, Matthew Schwartz, News 4 Tucson.